What's up, good folks? It's your girl Bernicia. Welcome back.
I know a bitch that's mad, waking up sad, cause a bitch can't fuck with me. I know a hoe that's pressed, waking up stressed, cause a bitch can't fuck with me. I know a bitch wanna fight, and I'm just like, bitch, it just.
All right, so y'all listen. I did a whole recap on Baddies East, right? I was very thorough. I got into the details. I peeped a lot of shit and I called it out. I did a lot of work, okay? It took me 2 days to put together that Baddies recap, Baddies East recap, episode 1. It took me 2 days to do that, right? But yet and still, Zeus came and copyrighted me. Now, this is not the first time they copyrighted me. Unfortunately, this is actually the second time. So I think I see that they check for me every 6 months, seems like. But so yeah, so they copyrighted me for the last video, so it was removed. But thankfully, you guys didn't not much was done in episode 1. Like, they had a few fights. You had N.E.X.T and what's her name, Scotty. They got into a little squabble, and then we started to see the beginnings of Smiley and what's her name, Mariah Lynn, getting into a fight. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick little recap of what happened last episode, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this episode. Since Zeus want to snatch my shit, I believe they did so because I used a bit too much audio. It is what it is. So let's go ahead and dig into it. Okay, so real quick. So last week, Natalie gathered a few of the girls together for like this brunch situation. Basically, she wanted the girls who had problems with each other to go ahead and confront each other, go ahead, fight it out, hash it out before they got on the road. If you ask me, I think this was kind of genius because, why interrupt whatever business that they got to attend to with all of the fights when they can just get it out the way and hash out whatever problems ahead of time. So if you ask me, I think that was kind of smart of her. So anywho, the people that she invites to this brunch is Scotty, Mariah Lynn, N.E.X.T, Smiley, T, and Wovicki. Okay, so basically Scotty and N.E.X.T had some type of social media tension. Them two ended up fighting. Okay. If you ask me, neither one of those girls won the fight. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be Scotty. Not just because I like Scotty more, but because N.E.X.T is one of those type of people who talk shit and run at the same time. So basically, she made Scotty chase her ass all over the fucking restaurant. She kept jumping on top of tables. And then you could see Scotty, like, I was so frustrated for Scotty because, like, I kept saying in the back of my head, like, please fucking snatch this bitch. Just grab this motherfucker, yank her down from the table or something, because the girl kept on jumping on top of tables, running back and forth. Hell, at one point, she even started calling Scotty a fucking bully. But how could you call somebody a bully when you are continuously antagonizing them and cussing at them and threatening to attack them, but yet and still she still had the audacity to call Scotty the bully? With that being said, so yeah, that whole little fight situation was funny, but I am proud of Scotty for getting her, getting her one, getting it over with. I'm proud of her for that because on the previous seasons, everybody took Scotty as a walkover. Okay, so I'm glad that she's standing up for herself for once. On the other hand, I don't think that she should be giving N.E.X.T all that attention, because with that being said, we don't know N.E.X.T. We don't know that bitch, okay? We know Scotty, okay? So I feel like she's giving N.E.X.T clout by even entertaining this little bullshit beef with N.E.X.T, okay? So I'm glad she handled that, got that out the way. Even though she said that it's up and it's stuck, she said that she's still, she's gonna, fight N.E.X.T whatever chance she get. Honestly, real deal, I feel like N.E.X.T will let it go if she does. Okay. So then we get to the beef between Smiley and Mariah Lynn. Now,
Get a real train. Bitch, pound town. Pound town, Mariah. Bitch, you couldn't get a real train. Snatched my wig. Yes, you snatched the fake chain I wore on purpose. By the way, the charm is real, bitch. The charm is from a real jeweler. Shout out to Z Jewelers. I put the real charm on the fake chain on purpose because I wanted you to have a souvenir.
Smiley allegedly snatched Mariah Lynn's chain at some point, after the Baddies East audition. So during the audition, Smiley got into it with Mariah Lynn's sister. Okay, so Mariah Lynn felt the need to get some get back. They met up, had this little fight situation, and Mariah Lynn's chain got snatched. Okay, she was never able to recover the chain allegedly. So now her and Smiley have this, like, what you call it, remnants of a beef. Okay, so basically, last week's episode left off from Smiley finally entering the building, and her and Mariah Lynn will now have the chance to confront each other. Okay, so let's get into this fight with Smiley and Mariah Lynn. So after things calm down between N.E.X.T and Scotty, the girls are at the table with Natalie, and she's basically explaining to, T and Woviki, who are the new girls to the show, just explaining to them, some of the backstory about, the beef between N.E.X.T and Scotty. Okay, because T went to asking questions like, she's saying, first T was like, well, Scotty didn't give her a chance. Like, as soon as she came through the door, Scotty just jumped up at her, and then she was like, N.E.X.T called her a bully, what does she mean by that or whatever. So basically Natalie was just like, the beef between N.E.X.T and Scotty, it superseded the show. Like it had been going on for some time, and this was just the first time that the girls had an opportunity to see each other. Okay, so as she explaining this, she also informs the girls that Smiley would be on her way as well. And so Smiley walks in. When Smiley walks in, her and Mariah Lynn immediately goes at it. I'm telling y'all, the shit was funny as hell. It was just like, watching Smiley and Mariah Lynn fight, it was just like watching a gorilla take a banana and shake the shit out that motherfucker. Because that's just what them two look like. Smiley being the gorilla, Mariah Lynn being the banana. Because the way that Smiley was slinging her little ass left to right, she really, like, she beat Mariah Lynn ass, no cap, but what I will give it to Mariah Lynn, she does have heart. This girl, I've watched her get her ass whooped several times throughout the years on reality TV, and one thing I could say, homegirl is not scary. She will take that motherfucking ass whooping and keep it pushing. But she is not scary, okay? But another thing that gets me about Mariah too is that, okay, like, she can keep saying and keep pointing out the fact that Smiley is clearly 2 sizes fucking bigger than her, and keep calling the girl a boar and a wildebeest and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you knew her size when you was wanting that smoke. You know what I'm saying? So why make it seem like, she just so much bigger than you and she's slinging you around and, she need to go fight somebody her own size? And why make it out like the girl is trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, when you talking that big shit and you got that big energy, when you talking and you beefing with somebody, please consider their weight and size and height and all of that shit when you are fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking with a person, don't wait till you fight them and then want to be like, oh, you're way bigger than me. No, bitch, that's not how that worked, because your mouth was talking big shit. You didn't give a fuck about the size when you was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I don't know who started this whole thing between Smiley and Mariah Lynn. I want to say that it all stemmed from the Baddies East auditions when Smiley got into it with her sister. But at the end of the day, her sister was in the auditions for Baddies. And they know how things go down. Like, I get it, that's her sister. So, you know, I'm not mad at Mariah for defending her younger sister, but at the end of the day, she knew Smiley's size. So it's just like, what the fuck? Now, Smiley, on the other hand, that's what that you know, I don't understand how the fuck she got on the show. Now, they're saying that she has some like weird tattoo of Natalie on her. I feel like, bitch, fuck that. I'm not tattooed nil nigga nil bitch on my body, especially a bitch that I don't even fucking know. So she already giving me delusional fan as it is, okay? And if you ask me, the homegirl don't seem like she rocked too straight. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say though, she ain't come to play with Mariah ass. She was ready to get down to business, and she damn sure mopped the hell out of Mariah Lynn. Now, aesthetically, I don't get baddies from her, but then again, you know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it too much that they allow her on there, because out of all the bitches that auditioned, I'm glad that they finally let somebody who actually auditioned, you know what I'm saying, come on the show, not just some girls that they picked that already had a following. Okay, I like the fact that they allowed at least somebody from the actual auditions on the show. So I'm not mad at that. And also, she's a bigger girl. You know, Rolly been representing for the BBWs on the show. You know, I like to see some fresh energy. So we'll see. You know, Smiley already have built a reputation for herself. I've been hearing shit on social media, but we'll see what else that she brings to the table. Meanwhile, so of course the girls didn't get to eat brunch. This whole thing turned into a clusterfuck. So they didn't get to eat brunch. So moving on to the next scene. So we get to the next scene. The girls are, you know, getting prepared for the promo shoot or whoop de woo. We already know that shit is about to go down, because Natalie has this decade long fucking beef with Camilla. You know, a beef about what precisely, I don't fucking know. It's been years since the season on Bad Girls Club that they were together. It's been years since that season. So honestly, I can't tell you guys what the fuck even started this shit, but I know it was a lot at that time. I just don't understand why 40 years later, kids and husbands later, that these two women have an issue with each other. I would say that it's all promotional. It's all, you know, shit being orchestrated. But judging from the fight that I saw, Natalie was dead ass serious. And that's one thing about it. Y'all gonna learn to take Natalie serious. She was dead ass serious when she was talking about whooping Tommy ass and she got on her. You know what I'm saying? People keep underestimating Natalie for some reason. I don't know why, but they keep underestimating her. Because she came in and she was dead ass serious. But before we get to the situation, the fight between Natalie and Natalie and Camilla, let's talk about some of these new girls that you know, that came to the promo shoot so far. All right, so let's talk about some of these cast members. Okay, so in the next scene we have Camilla. She's getting her hair done, and while she's getting her hair done, Rolly comes in. So her and Rolly is chit-chatting a bit, and then in walks Saya and Sky. So the girls are sitting up there catching up and, you know, talking. Everybody's making introductions. Side note, Sky's legs was way too damn skinny. It's like having a toothpick with a fucking cherry on top, but upside down. Like, that's just what that looked like. Her legs was so fucking skinny with that BBL. But I'm not gonna lie though, she came a long way. If you guys ever watched the show that we first seen Sky on, which was Black Ink Crew, she did come a long way. Homegirl was hurt. So, you know, she looks great. Aside from her skinny ass legs, she looks great. Then you have Saya. Saya, fine as fuck. If I was gay for only one person, it would definitely be Saya, okay? Homegirl swag is always on point. She has, she carries herself a little masculine. She has some masculine energy, but she still gives feminine, and I like it. I've been saying for the longest that Bad Girls Club needed a new element such as studs and trans girls, so I'm really glad to see Saya there. To be honest, I don't really know if this show is her speed, so I'm wondering how long she's gonna actually last. But I mean, so far it seems like she's keeping she's keeping up the pace with all the drama that's going on. Okay, and then you have fucking Camilla. Camilla looks great. She doesn't look like she aged a day since her season on Bad Girls Club. She looks really good. Her energy though, she is something different in her energy. It does give that she's a mom now because she has this softer, more calmer energy about her. So anyway, the girls are asking her about her drama with Natalie. So even Camilla can't even tell you what the hell the drama is, okay? Honestly, I believe it's just a bunch of bullshit. Both girls had an opportunity to be, hadn't really been around each other, and both of them were shading each other on the internet. See how this internet gangster shit, see what this internet gangster shit get you? It gets you into, a whole lot of bullshit. People constantly write checks that they let their mouths write checks that their ass can't cash. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, if you know that you were talking shit about somebody and when they tell you that it's on site, you should be prepared. So I didn't understand why she was smiling when Natalie walked into the room, why she wasn't already like on her toes. She did get up, but her reaction was a little delayed because Natalie just came straight for it, right? So Natalie walks in after the girls were chit-chatting for a few minutes, and Sky runs up to her, gives her a hug, and Chabu. Natalie all but pushed her away and rushed past her to Camilla. So then she throws, I think it was a Red Bull or something. She throws a drink at Camilla and then straight swing. So that shit there was funny as hell. She came in like a damn wild animal. She was straight going for it. But like I've been saying, she's been saying for the longest that when she sees Camilla, it was on sight. Okay, so Camilla should have just been ready for that on site. Not coming to talk. You should have been coming to talk after you don't start all that bullshit and talk about this girl child. Okay, it's no coming to talk at that point. It's come to handle it. All right. So yeah. So those two get into a scruffle. The shit was funny. It was like more of a 30-second scruffle here and there, 10-second scruffle. Like they were separated like 2 or 3 times. Honestly, Natalie got the better of that to me. I don't know if it's just been a long time since Camilla been fighting because Natalie like I said, Natalie seemingly got the better. It was a little weird watching these two people fighting. It's like watching old ladies at a nursing home. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not age shaming them because neither one of these women are old. But with that being said, as far as reality TV concerned, yeah, it was very funny to watch these two elderly folks, elderly reality folks fight. So that shit there was funny. Anywho, Natalie decides to, after the fight or whatever, she's like, you want to sit down and talk or whatever, let's talk, let's get to the bag. And I can respect Natalie for that because one thing about it, homegirl will fight your ass and then in the next minute, squash that shit for the sake of let's make money together, okay? And if you ask me, that's some real boss shit. Like if I'm gonna have a problem with somebody, let's deal with it, get it over with. Now we can get down to what's conducive for both of us, okay? So I like the fact that they were able to sit down and have a conversation. Now, in the midst of this conversation, it was funny to watch at first because both of them still trying to be hard, like, yeah, yo, what's up? All of this like fake gangster energy between the both of them, it was so funny. But ultimately, they walked away from the situation hugging. So I'll take that as a win, okay? And it's like I said, it's a breath of fresh air because for one, I'm glad that this 50-year-old beef is over, and then for two, at least we get to see some some different energy. Like, you know, they always fucking fighting and tearing it up. Everybody want to be enemies for life. I'm glad that they finally laid this puppy to rest. Well, at least for now. So yeah, there's some positivity for your ass. Oh, side note, because I just had a thought. My thing is too, also, I feel like maybe these two should have been part of the show that Zeus had earlier on, that was called The Conversation. Maybe Camilla and Natalie should have been part of that, because I really want to know, like, what was it that was so deep to where these two disliked each other for that long? Like, what was it? Is it really that fucking serious? You know? So I'm a little baffled. That I feel like they should have really got into it and talked, but then again, I still give them props, because hell, it's already a lot to fight a bitch and then in the next minute have a conversation with them. So yeah, perhaps they'll get into that later on this season. So with that being said, that pretty much wrapped this episode. Looks like next week things are going to get interesting. So you're going to have let me see. So you're just gonna have some shit, okay? So then, I guess the girls are gonna get to the house. They're gonna have their promo shoot. Then they're gonna end up going to the house, and that's when shit's gonna get real. So Krishan and her sister is gonna arrive, and they're gonna turn things up, okay? And that's one thing I got to say real quick about Krishan and her sister. Them two is two very disrespectful females, okay? They very fucking disrespectful. Tashiki don't give a fuck who she gotta step on. If it's Krishan or Natalie, Billy Bob Boo, she don't care who she have to step on to come up. Ever since Tashiki pretty much came on the scene, we've seen her on TV for the first time, she came on the scene, whatever, she's been like a fucking Tasmanian devil. Everywhere, always ignorant and belligerent. So I don't even understand for the life of me why Natalie even let her come on the show. Like, I get it, she was there for Krishan, but you can only work with people. You can, like how she, for example, she was able to get into a physical fight with Camilla, and then, you know, still able to work out business with her. You can't do that with people like Tashiki. Okay, the girl ain't wrapped too tight. She ain't got no sense, and she has no respect. Okay, although Natalie's messy, she has her ways. Ultimately, the show is hers. So if you don't like her or don't respect her, you know, why even put yourself? Why even try to be on someone's platform if you really don't like them like that? You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, Krishan is another one. It seems to me that Krishan has been starting a lot of fires. Okay, I've said this before that I don't like the way that she's handling Natalie. I feel like Natalie jumped to her defense. The only reason Natalie has a problem with her family is because of her and the shit that she started. And now all of a sudden, her family is going to war with Natalie. Now all of a sudden it's fuck Natalie. First of all, the same sister that Natalie stood up for you about, that same sister is the same sister that you have said before plenty of times that you don't trust her. Okay, you don't trust her. This sister has tried to fight you when you was pregnant. She has done several things that's against you. You know, even though Natalie's not blood, Krishan eats better. She eats better, and I don't care what y'all say, Natalie has contributed to Krishan's success on the show. Okay, if it wasn't for Natalie, Krishan wouldn't have been on the show from the jump. Like, we didn't know Krishan as Krishan. We only knew her as Blueface girlfriend or Blueface little crazy side chick up until she came on Baddies. She came on Baddies. We started knowing her as Krishan. We started, more eyes became aware of her. So the blatant disrespect that she gives Natalie, I don't even understand why Natalie would deal with her. Yeah, so I'm not liking, just from the little clips that I'm watching, I don't like how they came in. I feel like, come on now, seriously, y'all coming in on the bullshit. So yeah, child, we'll see what happens next week. I'm waiting for this new episode to drop and to get into it, but I guarantee y'all, Krishan and her sister is gonna prove me right. They both are ignorant and stupid as fuck. Okay, so with that being said, I'm out, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you guys know when I drop. And with that being said, I'm out. Deuces. I love you guys. Once again, thank you. I'm out. Bye.